Hey, welcome to Off the Ranch. First of all, I want to say sorry it's been like a week since you've got an episode. My bad. I filmed a lot of Demo Ranch videos, and also sorry the last video was about the Cummins CUDA, and yeah, this one is too. But it's kind of got a twist, because I noticed when I was at the Muscle Rod shop that they didn't have a car lift in the back where they work on all the cars. They have a car lift in like the showroom because that's where they assemble the cars and they need to be able to get up under them. But where they actually build the cars, they didn't have a car lift. And I asked them, I was like, why don't you have a car lift? And they were like, we need one. We just haven't got one yet. And I was like, oh, what kind of car lift do y'all need? And they were like, yeah, we probably want to put a 4-post. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then I was like, I'm gonna make a call. So I called my good buddies at BendPak. So we have a BendPak 2-post car lift in my shop where we work on the El Cromino and the Bronco and that stuff. And it's been great. And that was sponsored by BendPak. So I called them, I was like, hey, would you guys be interested in sponsoring another lift, but not for me this time, for my friends at Muscle Rod Shop? And they said, sure. And so BendPak sent one, and it was just delivered about 30 minutes ago, and it's in this giant box here. This is a big 4-post car lift on this beautiful trailer behind Earl that is gonna go to the Muscle Rod shop where they're building my Plymouth Barracuda. They were putting on a 1-ton first-gen Dodge frame with a 5.9 12-valve Cummins. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, it's a dually also. That makes it better. So we are going to go up there, take this to them, surprise them. They have no idea I'm gonna show up with a lift. They know that I'm gonna show up because we scheduled it. We're gonna go and do a little work on the CUDA. They don't know this is happening though. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. You wanna go with me, Demolitia? It's gonna be fun. Oh, I should probably strap it. Let me strap it down first. That ain't going nowhere. Earl, you up to this? That's a pretty big trailer back there with a pretty big lift on it. You think you can, okay, let's go. All right, we're doing it. We are heading to Muscle Rod Shop to go deliver this present. I feel like Santa Claus right now. I'm gonna link this lift. It's a BendPak lift. I'm gonna link it in the description below, the exact model we got. We probably won't it's not gonna be built in this episode, so I will show it to you later when it's all put together. But I wanna say big thanks to BendPak. They supported me with the lift in my shop, and this was just a whim I had to help out Muscle Rod Shop. It's a family owned and operated business, and they have a lot of passion in there, and so I thought, this is cool. I want to support this. I love businesses like that. They're owned by the people who are working them, and they're excited about it. These guys are so pumped to build this Barracuda that I dreamed up. I just had this idea, and I went to them with it, and they were so excited about it, and they're making it happen. And Brandon, the guy who you'll see in this video, and it was in the last video, he works till 8 o'clock at night on it because he's just excited about it. He's passionate about it. And so I like that. So I wanted to support a business like that. And I'm glad that BendPak supports me enough to help me support a business like that. So BendPak, they're not paying me anything, but they did send me this lift. I want to say BendPak, thank you. You guys are awesome. We're there. Dang, that looks good. We'll get back to that. Hey, come here. I got something for you in the parking lot. Normally you shouldn't take someone up on that offer, but today you should.
I want it.
You should. You haven't seen my Dodge yet.
No, yeah, actually I did.
Oh,
I
that's
saw you
right.
throw a chair in. That's what
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, oh my god.
There's something else I got for you on the back of it.
Did you edit in all the metal noise when it hit? Because it was a plastic chair, right? It didn't hurt the truck.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
No, it definitely maybe scratched the roof of it. Did that hurt you a little bit when you saw that?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay. What'd you think?
Did you really?
Got it, dude.
Did you really? Oh my god.
I told you I knew a guy.
Goosebumps right now.
How can y'all not have a lift in the back, you know?
Wow. Matt, you're the man. Matt, you pulled it off.
It wasn't me. It's BendPak. Thanks to BendPak.
BendPak.
Dude, it's gonna be nice.
You said it was possible.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was downplaying a little bit. I knew it was possible.
I don't know, man. I was wondering about that.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a serious thing. It's real.
It's real now. It's yours.
Matt,
All
Matt,
yours.
You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. This is gonna make life so much easier.
Yeah, that means you'll be able to finish my car in like what, a couple weeks?
Yeah, you know, weeks and
Perfect.
months. Oh my God.
We gotta figure out how to get it in there.
How in the world are we gonna get this thing off?
Yeah, you don't really have. Oh, actually, when I was driving in, there's a guy with a big forklift up there, and he's like, "You're gonna need a hand with that?" I was like, "Definitely." So I got a guy over there who will do it. Yeah.
And he set that up too.
Yeah, but I didn't even do it. The guy was just nice. He didn't have to offer. He yelled at me. I had my window down. He's like, "You gonna need help with that?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You want help with that?" I was like, "For sure."
Yeah, these guys around here are pretty cool.
Yeah, he knew that no one back here was gonna be able to get this thing off.
I did not expect this.
Yeah, buddy.
I did not expect it, buddy.
Hey, will you buy me lunch?
Absolutely. You know what?
Yeah, all right.
Beer too.
All right. So the plan is we got 2 forklifts. They're gonna lift on both ends, and then I'm gonna drive out from under it so they can set it down and get a better grab on it. 2 forklifts got off the trailer. Now we have 1, and we gotta figure out how to get it up into that hole right there. Just gotta snake it in. Snake it right in that door. Look at this cute little forklift right here. Just Big Joe. Dropped it down now. It's on the ground and this ledge up here. We're gonna put that forklift under there, that one on that end, and just push her up in here. Easy as that. Look at that. This couldn't be any better. So smart, so smart. Nice. Okay, you guys have been patiently waiting for it. Let's check out the car. What we got? What's new? I mean, it looks, oh, look at this. This shot right here looks pretty good. So it is just set on there right now, but you started the channeling process, right?
Yeah.
We'll see it. Channeling is when you pull the frame up into the floorboard.
This right here, the frame has come up through, and we're gonna end up notching it here. Also, a big chunk of this is still gonna have to come out.
So when he says notching it, he's meaning he's gonna cut the top of the frame in certain spots, right? Ah, compressor. We'll be back. I can't work like this. All right, carry on, sir.
All right, so what were you saying about notching?
You were talking about notching, and I was explaining what that is.
All right, so notching is basically kind of like this right here. Okay, we need to take this chunk out so that we're gonna notch.
Everything above that tape is coming out.
Yeah, and the reason why is because this right here is where your rear passenger people, you know, their feet are gonna go.
Yep.
So they're gonna sit here, and if we were to put a floor across this, your feet would be in the back seat.
Because normally the floor is, what, like this level?
Yeah, it is.
So it would be sticking way up.
So in order to get that out,
which there's not a ton of room, I would assume, in the back seat of a Cuda anyway.
no, there's not.
I've been in the back seat of like 68 Camaros and Mustangs, but I've never seen a back seat of a Cuda.
But you can fit a car seat back there if you want to go back there again. So.
I never want to go there
I'm
again.
just saying you could if you want.
Never again.
So this right here, it's gonna come down this far.
Yep.
So that means we would only have this much frame left.
Which would be pretty wimpy.
So we added a whole nother chunk of frame down here so that we can have all the thickness back. So
Nice, but that's not all you're gonna do to that frame.
no.
You're gonna box it, right?
Yeah. So because so many cuts, you see Tony has.
And people might not know, the frame is a C, so it makes that's a C channel basically,
is a C channel.
which is strong. But what's even stronger is if you totally close it in.
Yeah, and after cutting so many sections out, like that one, this one, the one we're gonna cut out here, and put that section back down there, after doing that, you want to put a solid piece on the outside there.
Right.
So that it really makes it really strong.
So we can jump this thing.
And you can jump it. You can jump it over a river.
We're not gonna jump this thing.
No. So the other thing we're gonna do is cut all this off.
Yeah.
All of this goes away.
I was just actually telling Brandon that a lot of these like muscle car on truck frames, they just literally set it on there, and so they leave all this stuff, which looks.
Yeah, it looks really cheesy. And what we're gonna try to do is use the factory valence panel, which is the panel that goes across the back, to come down and actually hide some of this bulkiness. But this isn't gonna be here. It's actually gonna come up a lot further than that and be closer to the rear crossmember. So now you can start to see how this thing's coming along.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it
at
is
first
coming along.
It sounds like a really weird idea. And
What?
it's gonna look cheesy to most people. But when you see it like this,
Not to Texans.
when you see it like this and you start to see how it's actually coming together.
And some of these things are not actually hooked in. Like this floor pan, brand new, but it's just sitting here. It's not hooked in yet. This panel, brand new, but it's just sitting here. So this is all sort of mocked up so we can figure out all the little details before we start locking anything down.
Yeah, there's a lot of details too. Tony's gonna have to come in here, and he's already made the end caps here.
Yeah, that's all new. I like that.
Which I'll be posting a video about how he made all that stuff.
Hey, Brandon, I had to cut you off on that last line because I got you something else. I just forgot to bring it earlier, but it's here now.
Dude, seriously, you've gone way too far.
This one, okay, the first gift I gave you today was good. This one's better.
How could it be better than a 4-post lift?
You'll see, it's pretty great. Let's go look at it. So much better than a full lift. How do you get through this door? Get ready. I hope you're ready for this. It's pretty intense. Okay, it's here. Here he comes. He's got it in his hand. It's a Demo Ranch flag.
It's a demo flag.
What's up, dude? Open that thing up.
The day hath come.
Yeah, we're gonna fly that thing with pride.
Oh my God. So we've been waiting on this.
Yeah, every time I come here, I'm like, oh, I forgot a flag again.
Over and over. And you could have brought one this morning.
I forgot again. I was at the last 3 times I've come here, I've come straight from bunker branding and forgotten to get a flag.
Let freedom ring.
Dang, but Hunter's nice enough to run it up here because I forgot.
Here,
Oh, man.
Turn around.
God. See, that's better than the lift, right? It's way better.
This isn't even gonna go on the wall. It's going on the back of my truck.
I like it. Now, the shop is right. We got America, Texas, Demolition Ranch. We're ready to start. I have no idea where we were when we left off with the car, but look how good that flag looks. Okay, back to the car.
Well, yeah, we had the diesel.
What were we talking about? After we stopped the camera, we sat here and talked about turbos forever, trying to figure out what we're gonna do on this. We'll get to that in a later episode. What do you got in here? What were we talking about? Engines, frames, cutting kids' feet. Not cutting kids' feet. We're not cutting kids' feet. No, cut that out. Cutting the floors for kids' feet to sit there.
There, yeah, that's this cut here. We're gonna take care of that, and then also all the sheet metal in here now has to be built up, over, and back down.
Yeah.
And box it. Yeah, same on that side, exactly the same. So we're gonna keep all this stuff. We're gonna put a little tiny, maybe 3-inch tall transmission tunnel.
Yeah, it really won't be as tall as I thought it was gonna be.
Doesn't need
Yeah,
much of
that's
anything.
wild.
Are we doing the mini wheel tubs?
The mini.
Ooh, yeah, we have to, right?
Yeah. Explain that part, Tony. How far are we bringing that out?
We're bringing it right next to the frame.
Oh, so that's not too far. A couple inches.
Not much, but what it does, it takes all this and makes it flush with the frame.
Perfect.
So then we can take these tires and push them all the way in if we need to.
Yep. He's also stretching out the axles on this thing for the look, which is cool.
Yeah.
But to do that, we need to stretch out that fender. It makes it hard to see. This is the fender right here, but he painted it black and put that around it, so you can kind of see what it'll look like once that is cut out, and he can pull that whole axle back.
Yeah, so a reasoning behind the tape, it really brings out the body lines. And when you're building something crazy, like a chopped top 57 Chevy or a chopped up Charger or something, when you tape up these tape lines, anything can happen, okay? So the tape lines really bring out the body so that you can see exactly what you're doing. Here, the reason for that is because I don't feel like cutting the core yet.
You want to make sure you like the look of it before you cut it.
So I can put this tape here and look back, paint it black, then stand back and be like, no, that's not enough. And then take the tape all the way back here, paint it black. And that's perfect. That's what it needs to look like. So,
And that's what we did.
and that's exactly what happened. So we're gonna do that to the front also. The front, right now, as it sits, we were to put a fender on. The middle of the wheel wells, like right here.
Right.
What we'll end up doing is the same thing. Run a tape line, paint it black, move it around until it looks right and proportionate. The other thing is the dually fender.
Yeah.
I don't know.
wait, let's set this one up there. Just
Okay.
we use this one for mock-up, and I sent a picture of this to Whistling Diesel, and he was like, "You are not going to put a Dodge fender on there." Like, no, but we just wanted to see. I mean, it actually fits all right.
Yeah, it does.
So you can kind of see where that wheel well is very similar to that Dodge wheel well. The wheel well we'll have on there. Oh yeah, dude.
So this is one of the fenders off my old truck, and Dad and I were talking about it last night, and he's like, "Man, go grab your other dually fender and see what it looks like."
See what it looks like.
This is not gonna happen, so don't freak out.
But it's pretty sweet.
It is pretty good.
Like it really, for just an old truck fender, like it does kind of go.
And look at the body line. You see the tape line?
Yeah, it's perfect with the tape line.
It is. And then it also comes down here
Yeah.
and sits on the pinch weld. You can literally clamp and bolt this thing on the bottom right now.
let's do it. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it just gives us an idea of what we're shooting for.
We don't want the tires to stick out like that. We don't want this car to look goofy. We want it to look awesome.
So
We need to bump that out.
the fender, okay? So if we put the fender on, and if the fender sits here, right in the middle of the tire,
Good to go.
then our dually fender needs to sit right in the middle of this tire.
Yep.
So these are sticking out the same. So I think what we're gonna end up doing is making the quarter panel the same as this, and just pulling it out like a wide body, like we would normally do any of our wide body cars.
Yep.
And just pull it out, not this quarter.
But have it step down.
Yeah, and roll it out to.
So you'll still have the factory body line there, and then it'll have a little dually bump.
Yeah, and that's the key, is keeping on the factory body line. You want it to look like Chrysler actually made this back in the day.
I don't think it's gonna look like that.
It would blend back into the door.
Yeah.
So this right here, on the door, it comes into a point, and it's only about that big. So make it blend in the door so that when you open the door's a little bit fatter too.
Gotcha.
No, just simple things.
Yeah, simple, just super easy. If you can dream it, Brandon can make it.
So the other thing we're gonna do, the wheel well in here is very important because this is something you're actually gonna see a lot of. And so this piece of metal, this sheet metal, is gonna move, like we were saying, all the way to the frame. And then what you wanna do is try to keep a gap between this piece of metal, bring it down, and you wanna try to keep a gap all the way through and have a really clean look. So that's not like what we were trying to get away from, having that gap between the body, but more, it's just
A uniform
fine
gap.
detail.
Yeah. Well, and like, got to think, there's normally a wheel up in here on these cars, so you don't see
Right.
any of this. And on trucks, these things come way down further.
They
So
do.
we're just trying to make it look better, because a lot of these body swap on truck frames, they leave a huge gap there, and you can see straight through the car, and it looks
They do.
It looks cheesy.
It looks like a body line. So that's what we'll do. The same thing on the front too. Is the inner panels come down and have just a small gap right here. We don't want all that mud flying up in the engine compartment, you know. So those panels have to be made, and they'll come down. And Tony, he'll make them to where they're just like the 57, the ones he did on that.
Let's see it.
Great example right here. See, Tony did these and there's a gap under here.
Yep.
And it'll come around. These have to be refined, you know, and just make perfect
That's
gaps all
awesome.
around. But that's what
So
we'll do.
clean.
It is, looks good.
Good job, Tony. Good job. I want to show you guys the view when you're looking straight on this truck car. Look how beefy and mean that looks, those front tires. So that's the stock Dodge front spacing there. But with the tiny little CUDA body on it, it just looks giant. So good, so good. Those are 39-inch BF Goodrich tires, KM3s, so big. And then let's look at it from the back. Look at that. Nasty, so nasty. This thing's gonna be wild. And so it's gonna be a lot wider once you get the dually fenders that come out. So like you was saying, to the middle of that tire. So it's gonna come out right there on both sides. And that was a wide body, 4x4, 12 valve diesel, yeah, 1 ton Barracuda.
You know what else though?
What?
We have CUDA 4x4. We were talking about this.
Yeah, all the little adjectives you have to say to make, like if you're just telling someone, what kind of car do you drive? You can't just say CUDA when you have this
Right,
thing.
So we got to come up with a perfect name for it. 4x4 CUDA Cummins.
First
diesel,
gen,
first
12
gen,
valve.
Plymouth.
Yep.
I mean,
dually.
Tons of names, and you can. There's a way to take those. Someone can take all those and make a perfect name that you can put like right here on the fender.
Yeah.
It's possible.
You know what I was thinking? I don't think I've told you this. You know on the back of these cars how it says CUDA?
Yeah.
Maybe we did. Maybe this was your idea that I stole from you just now.
Probably so. No, okay.
Put with the C in CUDA, make it the Cummins C.
Damn, that was not my idea.
That was my idea then. I was like worried
That's
that
a
maybe
good idea.
right? Isn't that awesome?
I mean, I was thinking about it.
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
not bad.
that would be so cool. There's just like a big Cummins C. So for those who don't know, it's just a big blocky C and it says Cummins in it, and it says CUDA after it.
Very well done.
So good. I know. I come up with some ideas sometimes that are pretty good.
Oh, you know what? Even better is I got a guy that can actually make that.
Ooh, that'd be
In an
sweet.
emblem?
Yeah, I want it to be like a metal emblem.
So the C with the
Yeah.
how do they do this?
It's a big blocky C and it's like says Cummins across
yeah,
it.
it says it right here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And then the old CUDA
Then
font
the
or
old-
something.
yeah.
Yeah, like it's like kind of cursive-y looking handwriting font, I think.
Exactly.
That'd be sweet. We were just talking about gas tank, diesel tank, fuel tank. And we were saying our trucks have like, 40-gallon tanks.
35, 40, yeah.
And these Cudas had like 16, 17-gallon tanks.
And they had a little tiny tank back here, and now we got a giant diesel motor in the Cuda,
And we're hopping it up.
and we can't run the factory fuel tank.
Yeah,
That really kind of sucks.
because they just won't fit up in there.
I don't
It kind of tucks in the frame.
Yeah, it looks
But
like it will.
you're
but
boxing it though
doesn't.
too.
So now we gotta find a way to put a big.
Dude, we got this whole trunk. I'm not gonna carry anything. Just fill the whole trunk up with diesel. We can drive like across the U.S.
We can forget about that floor.
Yeah, cut that floor out. Huge tank.
I have a place for the right. Can you see the rifles on this?
Shh. Yeah, you can say
Yeah?
it.
Okay.
You can say it.
So yeah,
Subwoofers and
something illegal.
and the Demolition Ranch accoutrements in there.
Gotta have a
You
place.
make rifles come out of the frame.
Like, yeah, I mean, here's the deal. I probably do need to have a trunk because I'm gonna drive this thing everywhere. I'm never gonna drive a normal car again. Like
Exactly.
this is gonna be the best thing ever.
And you can also, I mean, if you do use it for something, we can also get those drop down little side steps.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think like how hard it's gonna be to like something's in the back of the trunk.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Not gonna. We're just gonna have to have a big bumper that I can climb on.
And you will.
You look like a little baby under that thing.
Look how big these tires are.
Hey, do you ever watch Cletus McFarland?
Yes.
You ever heard him say, "That's a unit"?
Yes.
Dude, that's a unit. You look like you're 3 years old on this
I feel
camera.
like I'm 3 sitting there.
I don't even know what to say.
You look like a little baby. Oh, that's
pretty
so good. So good. It'd be easy to change oil in this thing. There's like a 3.5 foot gap under that frame right there. Brandon, you're pretty good at talking on video. You're good at talking off video too, but like, you seem comfortable.
I am, you know, it's very odd. It's very odd still. But I am. I'm comfortable with it.
I may or may not have talked Brandon into starting his own YouTube channel.
You did.
I did. Brandon started a YouTube channel. And hey, Demolition, would you like to go blow up this guy's brand new YouTube channel? He has 2 videos on there. I think you'll have 3 by the time they see this video.
I was supposed to have 3 last night, but I accidentally somehow deleted everything, and I
Been there, done that.
don't know what happened, man. That was at 3 o'clock in the morning. I deleted that thing. What a noob.
Yep, I've done that probably 10 times, and it's the worst.
Yeah.
Editing a video you've already edited is the worst ever. But Brandon has a YouTube channel called Muscle Rod Shop. I'll link in the description below. Demolition, let's go blow it up. I already told him, like, I think we can get 20,000 subscribers in the first day. He already has, what, 1,200 or something?
1,200 on 2
Which is
videos.
wild.
And it hasn't been a week yet. It's only been
Yeah.
like 6 days.
So I was like,
That's because that's definitely because of you.
I haven't done anything.
Yes, you did. I know you did.
No, I haven't.
There's no way someone gets that many.
No, I haven't. I have not mentioned it on anything. I think I commented on your video, but that doesn't do anything. It's all you, bro.
I think one comment from Matt, Demolition Range, is probably worth, I don't know, 1,200 people.
Well, here's the deal. I want 20,000 people in the first day and up from there. Get him, Demolition. But Brandon will be doing more. He made a video on this. He'll be showing you kind of the more in-depth stuff because he's the one who's taking credit for all Tony's work. No, they're the ones who are here doing all the cutting. So if you want to see this thing piece by piece, all the stuff that's going into it, plus all the other cars, they're going to show that stuff too. That's what's all gonna happen on Brandon's channel, and it's gonna be a hit. I already know. He asked me what he can do to improve, and I was like, that was the best first video I've ever seen. And I'm a little biased because it's about me, but like, it was really good.
It was all right.
And now that you got the Demolition flag, like,
Yes.
your next video is gonna be even better.
It's on. I've been waiting for this thing for, what, 6?
Yeah, it's been a while. My bad. I keep forgetting. Link in the description below. And hey, Brandon, when are you gonna put that lift up?
I'm actually gonna try to make a video on it.
Sweet.
It's pretty fun, man.
Sweet.
The Demolition Ranch lift. Probably in about a week.
Sweet. All right, so next time I come back, you'll have a operational 4-post lift.
I sure hope so. And thank you, Matt. And thank you, Ben Pack. Man,
Yep.
you guys are awesome. We love you to death.
And I mean, look around. They have all these cars. There's not a lift in this back room where they do all the work. So it's gonna be good. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Off the Ranch. More Cummins Cuda stuff coming up on the channel. I love you, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, what camera is that? Number...
Shut up! Don't tell Mayor.